Hi everyone, and welcome to my first video in this new studio, which is all mine and which I'm so happy with. I have shed a lot of blood, sweat and tears, but it's here. I couldn't be more happy with this place. This is the place where I'm gonna compose my own music, where I'm practicing my violin, where I'm gonna record my music, where I'm making these videos, and where I'm just gonna be the creative musician I've always wanted to be. And the best part about it is that I'm able to share it with you. So, if you want to be part of this journey and if you want to see everything which I'm creating right here, you know the drill. Click the like and subscribe. Okay, let me stop you right there. Of course I meant to say hit the like and subscribe button, but somehow I didn't. Which reminds me, I really need to practice my intros. Meh, it's my first video. That's what you get. Let's keep going. And also hit the bell button so you never miss a video of me making music and talking about music and everything kind of music related. Okay, so now we got over with the boring part. Let's start with the fun part. This is my first video in my studio and I figured maybe it's fun for all of you to get to know me a little bit better. And what better way than to start with an interview? Now, I'm not a journalist, so I'm not really sure which questions I have to answer, but I tried my luck online. And guess what I found? I found a website with 35 questions for musicians. And to be honest, they look pretty amazing. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna randomly pick a couple one of them and I'm gonna answer them for you. Let's get started. Question number 1. Describe your favorite and least favorite part about being a musician. That's a good one. I think my favorite part about being a musician is that I'm able to make music for a living. I know that's kind of the literal meaning of being a musician, but still, I can make music with other musicians or all by myself, stand in front of an audience and share that music with all of them. Isn't that just awesome? And being able to connect with others through music, touching someone's soul with the notes I'm playing, that's just magic to me. So now my least favorite part. Because playing the violin is such a big part of who I am as a person, sometimes it's hard to figure out the boundaries between my working life and my private life. And that's also why sometimes I'm a tiny bit jealous of people who can just close their office door on Friday evening and just have their weekend off and just go home and, just take a break. But truth be told, it's a small price to pay for being able to do what you love all day long. Next question. Is there another musician you've mentored or trained? Describe what you've done to help them. Now, this is an interesting question because I haven't really had a lot of students yet, but this is definitely an aspect of being a musician which I would like to develop further. I know that if you're a teacher, you're almost learning as much as a student during a lesson. Because let's say that my bow hold comes very natural to me, but I have to explain to someone else how you need to hold a bow. I need to figure out the mechanics behind it. And that's how you become even more aware of what you're doing. So that way you're kind of learning and teaching at the same time. And I'm actually pretty excited to delve deeper into those kind of aspects of teaching. So if you want to become a student of mine, let's see if we can set something up. Just write me an email, which you can find on my website, or just leave a comment here below. Next question. I'm actually really enjoying this. Let's see. Ooh, what inspired you to start playing and making music? My parents. They thought that playing a musical instrument is kind of part of your upbringing, and until this very day, I'm very grateful. It's really because of the support of both of my parents that I am the person and the musician which I am today. When I was really young, my mother always joined me during my violin lessons and she helped me practice at home. And those fond memories I have of her helping me and her love of music, which she shared with me, I still hold them very dear to my heart. And fun fact, I'm the only musician in my family. Next question. What's the best piece of advice another musician ever gave you? That's another really good question. I've been fortunate enough to receive many good pieces of advice, but there has always been one piece of advice which kind of stuck with me, and it was passed on to me by Thomas Wilkins. So during my undergrad, I was part of a lot of orchestra projects, and during one cycle, Thomas Wilkins was conducting the orchestra I was playing in. And I remember him just cutting off, like making everyone stop playing. And he closed his eyes and he said, "Please do not ever fall out of love with music, because it will always love you. It will always love you." I don't know, sometimes when you're just like hit with wisdom, you're like, boom, it's like lightning. And I felt I had to find a pen and paper and just write it down. But instead I just wrote it down, I guess, in my mind. And at that moment when he said that, I was like, yeah, it is true. And sometimes I think I felt like music didn't love me. Because sometimes making music is just really hard. Sometimes being a musician is just really hard. And sometimes I felt that the music which I was playing was kind of like mocking me, like, ha, I'm difficult, you cannot play it. And then when he said that, I realized it's not the music which is telling me that I should be better or I should be doing it better. That's my own voice. That's my inner critic. That was kind of like a aha moment. And that's a piece of advice which I'm trying to remind myself of very often, because it's so beautiful. The music loves you, and the only thing you have to do is to love it too. And if you make mistakes, so be it. But the love, it's still there. It's always there. And that's kind of like, I think, what every musician wants to bring to other people, the love for music. And that's what I want to do with these videos too. I want to show all of you that there is love in music. That is why I'm a musician, to share that love. And it was just so beautiful to me, and it changed my perspective about how I think about music. So yeah, I don't know. I can talk about that piece of advice for a very long time, which I'm not going to do because we have more questions to get to. But yeah, please don't fall out of love with music, because it will always love you. Beautiful. Are there any musicians who inspire you? What qualities do you admire about them? Are there any musicians? There are many musicians. But I think in general, when I think about a musician who is inspiring me, it's the fact that he or she is very authentic. Authenticity is something which is so hard to achieve, because you have to figure out for yourself, what do I really want? What is my voice? What do I want to say with this music? What do I hear in this music? And what do I want to tell the audience with this music? And if I see that kind of authenticity when other people are performing, that's really when I'm getting inspired. Okay, next one. What accomplishments do you see yourself achieving in the next 5 to 10 years? I've learned so far in life that life can be very unpredictable. But I've also learned that you need to have a dream which you want to work towards too. It's like the path is more important than the end goal thing. So I hope that I can enjoy all the small steps I'm gonna be making during the next 5 to 10 years towards the goal of just becoming a happy human being, a happy musician. And I know that sounds cheesy, but you know, if you can be happy with your life, that's such a blessing. But I hope in the next 5 to 10 years that I can grow this channel, that I can share a lot of videos with all of you about music, about composers. I hope I can release my own music, and I just want to work with as many musicians as possible. I hope I can just stay as inspired as I am right now, and stay as excited about music as I am right now. Fingers crossed. Let's do one more. Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of music? Of course I do, yes. I love to read books. I also love to read several books at the same time, which does not make a lot of sense, but I don't know, I just like it. I love to cook, to be creative. I would love to be better at drawing. I'm not super bad, but I'm also not really good, so I would love to become better at that. I love to be in nature. I love to go for walks, especially when it's with my dog, Toodles. And I might make a video about him one day, because he's just too cute. I love going to a museum, watching Netflix. I mean, who doesn't? But I'm a true binge watcher. So it's like fast watching, really fast. And I love being creative in different ways too. Like, you know, me making these videos, I'm always up for a challenge. And I always want to try something new. I think that's about it. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. I'm really looking forward to share more videos with all of you, so don't be sad. We will see each other very soon. Oh, and if you have a question for me, or you just want to share something with me, or there's a subject you want me to make a video about, just let me know. Don't be afraid to leave a comment in the section below or send me a message on Instagram. You know how to get in touch with me. I love to interact with you and I cannot wait to get to know all of you better. So take good care of yourselves and I'll see you guys soon. And remember, music will always love you. Bye!